Okay, this is the Environmental and Community Services Committee on the 12th of November 2024. This meeting will be audio recorded and those in attendance should refrain from making any defamatory statements. There are to be no other recordings of this meeting without any prior authorisation of the committee. So do we have any applications for attending meeting via video link?
No applications for video.
Do we have any apologies?
We do, Councillor. We have Councillor Troy Stolz sent an apology, and Councillor Morris Collison is here, and as per our charter, as the Mayor, he can step in as a voting member for any absence, so he'll be voting as well.
Okay, so do we need to pass the
You'll
apology?
need to resolve to accept the apology from
so-
Councillor Stolz.
Can I have?
I'd so move.
So moved by Councillor Cloud and seconded by Councillor McGill. All hands showing in favour? Yes, the ayes have it. Disclosures of interest,
Nil received.
participation of the public,
There's no public participation.
site inspections?
Nil.
Well, then we'll go down to number 6. So the business item for today is ECSC.11.1 Developmental Application 44/2024. I'd like to hand over to the Director of Environment and Community Services, Mr. Pringle, if you could give us an overview, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So DA 44 of 2024 was received by Council in June of 24. The DA is for a dwelling house and a clause 4.6 variation under the Upper Hunter LEP at Lot 1 DP 1307707 Possum Spring Road, Merriwar. The development application is being referred to Council for determination as a clause 4.6 variation is required, and this cannot be approved under delegated authority. The clause 4.6 variation relates to a variation of clause 4.2B3A of the Upper Hunter LEP, which requires the lot to have a minimum area of 100 hectares for the erection of a dwelling house. In this case, the lot has a total area of 99.3 hectares, which is 7,000 square metres below the required minimum lot size for a dwelling. And so the variation is extremely minor. We're talking in the vicinity of 0.7%, also less than 1%, which will not be discernible from the public domain and is consistent with immediate locality. So despite the non-compliance with the minimum lot size, the proposal is consistent with the objectives of the RU1 primary production zone and also consistent with the objectives of the relevant clause 4.2B. There's a detailed assessment of the proposal against the section 4.15 of the Act in attachment 2 of the report, and we have plans of the proposed dwelling that are attached to the report as well. And as you can see in attachment 3, it's fairly standard. It's a single story dwelling containing 4 bedrooms and the normal features of a dwelling, as well as 2 50,000 litre rainwater tanks and 1 3,000 litre rainwater tank. The recommendation is that the committee approve the development application subject to the conditions of consent and attachment 1. Happy to take any questions.
Any questions from the floor? No. Okay, so shall we vote as the recommendation states, and that's to approve the DA. Can I have someone move? Thank you, Councillor Clout, seconded Councillor McGill. All in favour? Right, this passed. Okay, so that concludes our Environmental and Community Services Committee at 10:34. Thank you for attending.